Hey, what's going on everyone? Hawks21 here, back with another Splinterlands video. So, let's talk about a very specific Gladiator card. And to be honest, I was tempted not to make this video because I'm having so much success running this strategy that I don't want other people to know it. But I'm a content creator, so I have an obligation to show you guys cool things that I found or start doing, and this is that. So one of my recent gameplay videos, I talked about weapons training with low mana, mainly Ziriel, and how you can get out a ton of damage for not that much mana. Well, I have basically supercharged that using a very specific Gladiator card that, to be honest, didn't have much use for me until I started implementing it in this way. And that is the Helmet Carafax. Yes. A card that has been mocked. I have it at a level 7. That's what that looks like. So I have Void and Magic Reflect. You can look here. You know, this is a card where you're like, alright, it doesn't have an attack, so Bloodlust is pretty meh. I guess when I level it up for 2 mana, if it gets a Magic Reflect or a Return Fire Elimination, it will Bloodlust, which means it'll get health and faster, I guess. It just didn't have great synergies, right? It was only 2 mana, so it's not a big deal. But now, this card is absolutely absurd. The combination of weapons training and Bloodlust take this card to the next level. I'm going to show you 4 battles, sort of ranging in, I would say, most or least interesting to most interesting. So you're going to want to stick around to the end because the last 2 battles are pretty cool. So here we go. Just hit play here. As you can see, similar setup to what you would expect, right? We're putting, you know, the Smith or whatnot up front. You know, the Pelacor Conjurer is going to often be involved. Ziriel is going to be involved. And Avec, I believe is his name. Avec Sturgis is going to be involved. But instead of putting the Pelacor Conjurer in between to get the 2 attacks, as you'll see right here, we put Helmet. Yes, his name is Helmet. So I talked about in my previous video, the Conjurer being in the middle position is great because it's fast, so it's not going to miss, and it has flying. So if it goes up against a flying monster, it cancels that out. So basically your double attack monster, you want it to be the one that has the lowest chance of missing. Or you want it to be the card with Bloodlust. I think you can now see where this is going. As this Bloodlust, it's pretty crazy what happens. It gets an additional archery attack, or ranged attack, sorry. I get made fun of sometimes for saying archery. It gets an additional magic attack. It gets an additional speed. It comes with a shield, right? So if we come here, I think at every level, yep, every level it has a shield. So if it's taking some damage, it will regenerate a shield. And it won't get 1 health. It will get 1 health from the Bloodlust, and then 1 health from the Scavenge. So the Bloodlust really multiplies this card out. Let's just take a look. This one's a pretty basic one where we kind of just overpower my opponent. As you can see, right? What's the issue here? You got to have the Are You Not Entertained rule set where you can play Gladiator monsters to be able to do this, obviously. But actually, this is the only Are You Not Entertained rule set in this whole video, as you'll see. Again, I have a level 7 helmet, so I'm not fully leveled up here. But, I mean, this isn't that different from the last one, right? Like, this one's not that interesting. It's just to show you the general concept. He's going to get a lot of Bloodlust here. Look at him now, 5/5, doing 10 damage. And again, this card costs 2 mana. Also, look at its health, right? We're up to 11 health. You know, you can just see situations where this card gets super, super powerful, even though this one's sort of across the board. We're just doing far too much damage. You know, Helmet isn't like very specific to this battle. You can just see the concept, right? By the end of this, he's going to have 15 health. And he only bloodlusted twice. Boom. Look at that. Crazy. Way better than just having the Conjurer in the middle. Next one, similar. This one's pretty basic. Again, you're just taking advantage of giving Helmet attack. You can't. He does have archery attack. This little glitch here. Just taking advantage of giving Helmet attacks with its Bloodlust. Here we go. So it gets the scavenge, and this one, its shield is being taken away, so it's not going to regen shield. Get the Bloodlust. Everything gets boosted. Its archery is up to 4, but again, we just have a little bit of a glitch. Really what I'm getting at here is there are now very creative ways to use cards that you generally previously didn't have much use for, right? I don't think I had played Helmet until that first conscription game, and that was by accident. So that first game I showed you was the first time I tried this strategy. Another Bloodlust. I think it'll get another one again. Yeah. Was the first time I tried this strategy. And basically, I was just going to do my normal one. And I went to the no attack filter, and I saw Helmet sitting there. And I sort of realized, ooh, with Bloodlust, this card can get really, really powerful. Again, up to 16. Now we start to get into some more interesting battles. So, the first two were kind of like, I probably would have won those regardless if the Conjurer was in the middle or Helmet was in the middle. I was just doing a ton of damage, way more than my opponent was doing. But now these last two are very specific to Helmet. So what am I doing here? My opponent's doing something a little similar. My opponent actually was very, very smart how they played this. So I'm putting my Izzyar in the back to attract its attack, putting my Rooney, which has Reflection Shield, next to it. So I want all of their attacks to hit here, and, you know, no blast damage, no harm, no foul. Where am I susceptible? I am susceptible right up front to basically this card. Any sort of reach play, right? I am susceptible to. As you can see here, there's no misses, so everything hits. So even though I'd have a decent chance here normally of maybe getting a miss, here I have none. So I'm sort of thinking the Carnage Titan is going to decimate my front line, and I don't think we're going to be able to get through everything fast enough. Here's where Helmet's health generation and shield generation comes into play. Conjurer gets off a good shot there. And, you know, we're getting what we wanted. They're attacking the front. Rooney's eating the blast damage. Helmet's going to go here. You know, we're not getting any blast damage either, because they just did it with the Venator. But now here we go. We know we're about to get destroyed in the front. No misses. They just get right through. I was really hoping that we didn't get a reach play, but we got like the exact card we didn't want to see. So we're lucky enough here that we have the exact amount of damage left to get through their Izzyar in the back. So we can start focusing in other areas. As you can see, Helmet up to 7 health. Hasn't bloodlusted yet, but I think we go to the next round. And Izzyar still eating damage. Here comes Helmet. Some blast damage. Still hasn't even bloodlusted. Alright, now the Helmet's going to start taking damage. So we lose the shield. We are going to scavenge back. Get hit again. Again, we just took a lot of damage, but we've been generating health throughout this entire match. We generate another piece of health here. We've now lost our sort of big shield play in the back. The Rooney goes, and now you can sort of see how this is set up. What's going to happen next? We take a hit here. Magic damage, boom, boom. We're going to get the double Bloodlust, double Scavenge. So we're going to be up to 8 health. And it just resets the match, right? We're getting close there. We're coming a bit down to the wire. The Carnage Titan's doing a lot of damage. But our health regeneration, combined with the Bloodlust, combined with the Scavenge, this creates a really powerful secondary tank for me. That sort of gets me the win. And it looks, it really looks like I dominated that in the end based on what was left. But I was like a turn or two away. If the Izzyar moves to the front, if Ziriel moves to the front, I'm going to have a tough time because I only have one attacker. And yeah, but Helmet just gets it done. Last one, this is the best one by far. And it also has another cool thing to talk about here. So, a couple things to notice. Born Again. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to say is, how am I getting this card out here? I have the Dragon Conscription Summoner, right? So you need the life one, you need the dragon one. But if you have it, you can play this in a normal ranked battle. Like, this is just a normal ranked battle that I brought this out in. And now I'm trying to target this a lot. I'm trying to play this. I've been playing this strategy a lot, and it has been successful. So that's how I'm bringing it out right here. I don't need to wait for the Are You Entertained rule set. Now again, you need to have been lucky and had the dragon, had the life summoner available to you at the level you play. It's another reason why you should be playing guilds, right? Because I have this card to a level 7. It's taken a long time for me to get there, but that's because I've been playing guilds basically since day one. Now, Born Again, having the Scavenge is obviously amazing. What's cool here with the Earthquake, and you'll see this come into play, the fact that this regenerates a shield every Bloodlust, once we get rid of this rust from the Aves, is huge, because it's going to eat up. Every Bloodlust is going to then eat up the next Earthquake. Other thing to notice is, in the future, when I have this card fully leveled up, it's eventually going to get the Return Fire on top of the Magic Reflect it already has. We will see a Magic Reflect in this battle. It won't lead to an elimination. But one thing to remember is, if you do get a Return Fire, if you do get a Magic Reflect, and it leads to an elimination, that does trigger a Bloodlust. So eventually, when this gets to the front, and in its Returning Fire, it's Magic Reflecting, that on top of the damage that it can still do, could lead to more Bloodlust, more health, more shield regeneration. So this is the best battle that I've had thus far. I've mainly just overpowered my opponents. The last one was relatively close and had some good timing on my part. This one was truly down to the wire, and I would not have won this if I did not have Helmet. So as you can see, one of the issues is the Return Fire. So Helmet took a lot of damage right in the front because of the Return Fire. So that's another thing that the shield and the Scavenge eventually helps me with. So again, we generate 2 health from putting the Fiend up in the front, having it get eliminated twice. And they're making pretty good progress. Right, we're not getting any dodges. Our Pelacor Conjurer has already died once. Look at our health across the board. 3, 3, 3, 3, 1. Now the Pelacor Conjurer is nice here because it has 1 health, but it comes back with a Divine Shield, so it can eat an attack. But Helmet, again, back up to 5 health. Gets its first elimination. We don't generate a shield because it's rusted, but that leads to 2 more health. Get another elimination. That leads to a Bloodlust, 2 more health. All of a sudden, Helmet's back in play, right? Was 3 health, not looking that great, but now look at him. we're still in not great of shape. More likely than not, yeah, we just lost our Conjurer fully. We hit that, which was nice. Taking up, see, so the shield covers that Earthquake. We lose Ziriel for the first time. They're going to get some Martyrs here. But again, all this is good for me because keep your eye on Helmet and what happens to Helmet's health here. Boom. We'll take that damage. So now we're going to get another shield here, or we should. Boom. So now the next Earthquake is covered. I don't need to worry about the Earthquake. The Earthquake's going to hit that health. What's nice here is the Time Clock card comes back with all of its shield. This is why I played this in the back line. So now Helmet, I believe... Oh no, one more. But just look at Helmet. 6, 6, 9, 1, 10. And think about all the damage it's taken thus far. From Magic Reflect, from Return Fire, from Earthquakes, from all of it. So they're going to get a couple more Martyrs here. Now, unfortunately, I think Helmet misses here, or else we would have seen a Martyr via Magic Reflect, but we don't get the Divine Shield off, I don't think. If I remember this battle correctly. So again, back up to 13. Yeah, we miss. So we will Magic Reflect. If that would have killed the Conjurer, then we would have Bloodlusted. But it didn't. So again, we're battling here. We're struggling to hit. They're struggling to hit. Helmet's also really fast at this point. We do hit it. So down to 7 health. Bloodlust. And so now we eat the 5 damage attack because of that one shield. The shield generating every time is a very underrated part of this strategy. We hit the magic. So we're down to 2 health. But we get that last shot in. Get the 3rd health. So even now, if the Venari rat hits this, which it doesn't, 70% dodge chance though. So it's not like that was lucky. That's sort of by design, right? Helmet gets really fast. We get another Bloodlust. And boom. So that was one where we only win because of Helmet. Now, I've only recently started playing this strategy, so these are sort of like almost my first 4 battles trying this out. So I'm not sure if I'm sort of optimizing this exactly the best way, but it has been very, very, very powerful. Last thing I want to do, let's just take a quick look at other Gladiator cards. So Crash, Wanderford, similar thing. It's easier with life because of Ziriel, but if you can get weapons training on Crash, you can take advantage of the Bloodlust. Thorns, Return Fire would all lead to Bloodlust. Any other no attack? I'm not sure. Helmet, our boy. I think that might be it. Yeah, so I'm at some point I might want to try this with Crash as well. That's all I got. Really awesome strategy. I hope you guys don't start using it. But if you do, good luck. Expect some more gameplay content. It's been fun sort of exploring some of the new cards and some of the new strategies that are out there. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, if you learned something new, don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate all your support. I will talk to you soon and see you around the game.